maybe. Good morning. All right, I think I've got it. All right, shadows and things everywhere. Hey, good morning, Rodney. There we go. Fixing laptop screens. So, good morning. Welcome to Mid Morning Medium Chat. I am Adam the Black Swamp Medium. Thank you so much for being there here. Something like that, right? Happy first day of spring. Hey, good morning, Dana. Are we all excited? Are we all up like all the birds and stuff making noise all morning? Are we all chipper and feeling great? Good morning, Nancy. Yep. Good morning, Brandy. Ah, yes. So to kick it off right away, right out of the gate, besides it being the first day of spring, which is really fantastic, I'm very tired. When am I not tired? That's really the thing, but I'm a little bit more tired than normal. We Good morning, Cindy. We were the team was at the old mill last night. We were hosting a private investigation, and so by the time I got home, it was just after 3 a.m. And then by the time I finally you know got everything inside, and then um, ready for bed, it was already going past 3:30. So I was up for pretty much almost. I was super close to 24 hours straight, so it was quite interesting. But um, so if I look tired, I sound groggy, that there's a good reason for it. Hey, Dennis, what's happening? So so I will gladly keep drinking my coffee, which I very much love to do, especially in the mornings on a day like this. Not because it's the first day of spring, but yeah, that's super cool, man. It was a good time, a lot of activity. I won't bore you guys with a lot of that. I mean, um some of you enjoy it, some of you don't, but yeah, it was really cool. I mean, there was, half the group that was there last night. I've been around them, quite a bit on different, events and investigations, and so it was good to see a lot of people and ones I haven't seen in over a year or two, almost 2 years, really. So it was great seeing a lot of those people again. And then there's some new people that they had along. Good morning, Sharon. And that was cool. I mean, it was a good night. You never know, because when you host, a location, and you want the best for your guests and stuff, and you're hoping that some of them would come away with like some experiences at least. And then you kind of hope that whatever equipment they have with them, whether it's video cameras and recorders, that they'll capture something in some way. So when they review it, then they can be, you know you always want them to have it. Like I said, you want them to have a good time. You want them to make it worth it, to where they show up, and or when they get home, they're like, yeah, we got to go back. Hey, good morning, Dinah. And yeah, so that was there's definitely lots and lots of things that happened. I think pretty much everybody that was there experienced something in some level. I mean, even for us, there was just a few of us, and we were hanging out in the what's called the buzz room. It's where you can leave your cases, and it's where we have snacks and stuff, and we're all hanging out, and we were having a good time. We were having some laughs, because a lot of people we haven't seen in a while, and so we're joking, and it's raising the vibrations, raising that energy up. And then the next thing I start hearing some noises. Oh, good morning, Rebecca. Thank you very much. And so we hear a noise behind us, and me and Nancy, the tour guide, who Nancy is, listening in and watching. We both turn around. We're kind of looking over towards the counters and stuff. And sure enough, I just kind of peek around a table and notice that one of the cupboard doors was open to where the sink is. I'm like, that was not open, and there was no reason for it to be opened, and it's magnetic. So, you really got to, somewhat yank on it to get that door open. So we were completely ecstatic, that there was something going on. So I went over there right away, because that's my thing. If I notice there's some kind of activity, I jump right in, and I went right over that door, and I started feeling the energy and things, because typically on nights like that, I don't really open up a whole lot. Oh, yes. Yeah. Thanks, Rebecca. And I noticed that door, especially the handle was charged like you wouldn't believe. Like, a couple people came in and even some guests came in. I'm like, feel this, and had them come over. I said, don't touch the handle, but just get close to it. And you could feel the static charge on the handle of the cupboard. So it was really cool to even have something like that. And for us hanging out in the break room, so to speak, we always get things like that. So, we've had a few things this year. We've had growling out of nowhere. Um, we've had we and maybe I don't know if I talked about this before, and if I didn't, the one time, but it's still Dinah. It's the Old Mill and Museum in Dundee, Michigan, and we had, and there's been always kind of jokes that we talk about, as far as like what's going on, and even there's memes out there and things like that, is like, do ghosts, like fart and things like that. So there's always that joke, hey Tim, thank you sir. And well, about a few weeks ago we had a ghost spirit literally sneeze. And there was only like three or four of us in the room, and we were all around each other. Nobody was doing anything at that time, and we heard literally a spirit sneeze. So that was that was that was pretty amazing. We all looked at each other with like disbelief, because it's like, how in the heck did that happen? you know but at least it proves that they can sneeze on the other side, or like that's the classic, they were just trying to get our attentions. And sure enough, right, Nancy, yep, I'm just looking back at what people are saying. So yep, same thing, man. Yeah, so it was a good time last night. And yes, yep, happy Ostra, Tim. I'll just say happy first day of spring, or happy vernal equinox, that sort of thing. Interesting thing, I went outside before the show to do my morning prayers and stuff, and you know, do my thing. And it was like 9:15. I'm outside, and I'm thinking, this is great. First day of spring. It should feel extra special, going out there and doing my prayers and things. And all I hear is chaos throughout the neighborhood. I hear people cutting down trees. I hear like some type of like construction noises. I hear like I'm like, yeah, that's a great start to my neighborhood. Hey, good morning, Margaret. And so it was like, yeah, this is perfect. I mean, I wanted to go outside. I wanted to just kind of be nature, very little ambient noise, and go figure that everything's falling, everything's noisy as all get out. So that was hilarious. But I mean, it's the first day of spring, so I mean, let's get outside and enjoy it. I mean, it was beautiful out there. I mean, I can look out and see the window over there, and so it's amazing. A little chilly, could be a little bit warmer, but maybe soon enough. So hopefully everybody's got good weather. Let me see. Yeah, so it should be, for me, high of 55 today in full sun. So hey, that's all right. Now tomorrow, 70 degrees for me. So I will gladly enjoy that. Wish that was today, but that's okay. Um so oh, what was it that I know I mean, I was going to talk a little bit more about the spring and stuff like that, but there was something I kept. Oh, you know, earlier in the week, I think it was Monday. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. Um, oh no, you're good, Margaret. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. Well, at least leather cleans up a little bit easier than a fabric couch. Um, you know, it's interesting is that, I think we talked last weekend. There's things get, how messages appear out of nowhere, and you kind of just, you got to be ready for it whenever they happen. And uh, it was like Monday, I think it was. And so I tried desperately to post on my page about something, and it's things that, something I posted before because I love it so much. And I I was I tried 3 times to post it. Every time I would type the message out, the the Facebook would just crash. It would literally crash and restart automatically without me doing anything. And it was only because I was trying to this post. And it was interesting is when I said, "Okay, I'm not gonna post it," I just started, doing other things or clicking and scrolling and stuff like that, never did it again. So for whatever reason, the message, which I don't understand why it wouldn't want me to talk about it, maybe it's because I talk too much about it. it literally just kept shutting down on me. So I thought that was the wildest thing. And but you guys know my feelings when it comes to rain. And it was interesting because, and like I said, it was either Sunday, Monday, or something like that. Tim, you'll get there. And I thought you were trying actually already. I thought you were on your way. So yes, yes, Rebecca, Facebook. Yeah. Hey, I'm good. I just let it go. But it was a rain thing, and what happened was is it was in the evening, and it was supposed to rain. It wasn't really raining, but I was compelled to go outside because I just wanted to, see, kind of sense things. And sure enough, you open up the door and you get hit in the face, like, whenever that rain's on the way, you guys have that smell that we're all normally get the, when it's approaching, you have that rain smell that, a lot of us do enjoy. And so I was just like trying to, breathe that all in as deeply as I can because it was awesome. And it was in the evening too. And but it just kept, I was like, oh, this is so cool. Cause for me, I'm so big on that. You know, this ain't bad for not showering. So let her know that, this all this got was a little bit of the iron brush, thing. So I just straightened it out and that's it. I got the COVID beard, like I always, you guys hear me talk about before, where I get this line that goes like this. So when I wear a mask all day long, I have this, line, so everything's got this little crease. So I uh I was, trying to get that COVID beard out. And yeah, yes, Rebecca. And uh but yeah, I mean, was just so taken back by it because, like I said, the rain for me is, people are always and again, I will harp on this until I stop making videos and posting about it. And I just because I'm so I guess I understand the point of the rain. We all do, but I understand it from a spiritual standpoint. And because it does things, internally for you, like when it's sprinkling and stuff like that, I literally go stand out in the middle of it because there's a reason for it. I'm washing things off me, I'm cleansing myself, and it's such a natural and easy thing to do. Whereas everybody, it's like, oh, it's raining, I'm gonna get wet, and you think you're like the Wicked Witch of the West, and you're gonna melt away for some reason. And it's not true. You're not gonna melt away. Nobody has, except for the Wicked Witch of the West. Good morning, Rhonda. Good timing as I'm talking about wicked witches. Oh, and Margaret, since you said, isn't it after the no, it was actually before it because it wasn't because I was monitoring it because they kept saying we were supposed to be getting hit. It was saying it was raining, but in the radar showed it was raining, but it wasn't doing anything. So it literally was happening, uh, right there. It was, I smelled, and it ended up. It was probably maybe another like 30 minutes or so later, and then it started raining. So it definitely was a precursor. At least that's how it was for me. So, but um, but so that's so I like I said, I just wanted to post that, and and like I said, maybe the uh spiritual gods, or something like that did not want me to share that because like I said, I talk about it so much and I have so much passion behind rain and apparently it's like, nope, you're not gonna talk about that. Your all your friends and are just gonna be like, we've heard this before, Adam. Stop it. And so I'm like, okay. So I said, well, and that's what I did was I wrote it down in my notes and I said, I'll talk about it because you're not going to stop me from talking about it then, live. But uh so yeah, that was pretty cool. So like I said, that was either Sunday or Monday. Um and like I said, I will never stop talking about it because like again, I mean, if you guys could experience what I have experienced when it came to rain, because I think I was in the same boat as a lot of people, it gets cloudy and it's stormy and it's raining and everybody's just like, oh, I'm so depressed and I got to stay inside, and stuff. And it's like, yeah, but there's a million things that you can do because you're stuck inside. You can't hide away from that stuff. And I'm such a big believer in it that, you just make the best out of it. And even then, go outside, stick your hand in the rain at least, get a little shower, a natural shower in and see what it does for you. Cause like I said, it does so much for me. And I wouldn't talk about it if I didn't think that it wouldn't help any of you. But it's like anything, you have to kind of get over some hurdles and that stigmatism that, rain is horrible, you don't want to get wet. Yes, we know it's good. We need the water to drink, and we need the, to help our plants and things grow and stuff like that. I mean, that's obvious, but from a spiritual standpoint, I mean, oh my gosh. I mean, when I had my experience, I think it was in 2009, which really woke me up to the whole concept of the rain. It I spent probably a good 24 hours or so literally in the rain. Um, and it was miserable for the first, like 4 or 5 hours. And it wasn't until at one point I just said, why am I letting this bother me? I mean, I was already well on my way in a spiritual journey. It was way before mediumship. And I said, I just have to cut this out. And nobody was telling me to do this. It was just natural feelings. It was Earth Mother telling me, just let it go and enjoy what this is going to now do for you. And I'm telling you, it was like a weird switch. I mean, it was cold. I mean, it was hot, but it was at the same time, you're getting wet and you're soaked to the bone. And uh, it just something triggered and everything flipped. And it was just like, I, my attitude changed. I had all this energy back, and it was just this cool little, turnover. And it was like, okay, where have you been, my whole life? And like I said, it just, you got to give it a chance. And I, like in the winter and stuff, like I get it, nobody should go out there and, get soaked and things like that. But now that we've started spring and we're starting to, see some glimpses of warmer weather, now you guys can go out there and give it a shot. And sure, your neighbors might think you're goofy, if you go out there dancing in the rain and stuff like that, but who cares? It's gonna be good for you. They're just gonna be jealous when they see how happy and excited you and um, wonderful you're gonna be, throughout the rest of the day. Absolutely, Rhonda. Yep. Rain is beneficial for spring, beautiful plants and flowers. Yep, absolutely. Thank you, Rhonda. And so yeah, that's my I can't even say weekly because I usually don't do it, but it's maybe monthly. We'll see as we continue to get into more, warmer weather and stuff, and the rains are a little bit more often. You might get that weekly report from me, especially if it rained in the middle of the week. And um I might sit there and ask you guys, did you get rained on today? And I don't mean just rained on because you were inside and you looked out the windows. I mean, did you go outside and get rained on? Get yourself cleansed. And Rebecca, you're right. And I should be putting some things up in the screen. It's a great thing. You guys know that I love to do, snow walks, and I do that barefoot. And it is another form of grounding. It is, again, there's benefits to everything. I mean, that constant contact with your feet on the ground, and regardless if there's snow or dirt, sand, rock, grass. I mean, they all play a part in helping you get grounded and releasing a lot of tension. And especially if you put the right intention of it when you go out there to do this, when you're going to go out and ground yourself. And even then, just like for me, all right, Tim, you have a good one today. And if you, like I said, like sometimes, I don't have time for a lot of things because of like work or something like that. And so just going out on the porch and, just doing prayers. I mean, I usually don't go out there with uh uh, take care, Rodney. Oh, that was Rodney that was leaving. I just missed it. Sorry. Rodney, you have a good day, buddy. And you like I said, even just going outside, like so I went outside, and I'm not wearing a coat or anything like that. I'm just letting all the cold air hit me. And if it was raining, I would have stood out, in the rain, to do my prayers and things. So I try to connect in some way. And again, if it's, however you can do it, again, just getting outside is the important thing. So I will never, it's another thing. So if I'm not talking about rain, I'm going to be, making sure you guys go outside, for a few minutes and, or open up a window and stick your head out the window, whatever it takes. But, um, yeah, so that was kind of cool. Um, yeah. Thanks, Tim. Hey, Kim, good morning. That's cool too. Could you imagine me doing that? I could, whole weekend, and I'll just be up there, preaching, giving you guys, hardcore lessons. If you're not going to listen to me, I'm going to get the I'm gonna go back a little old school, Tim, even though this was, this was before my time, but my father, experienced this, and, too bad he's not in the chat room today. But, we're gonna go back, to the olden days, of Catholic, schools, so I'm gonna bring the yardstick out. So if you guys aren't gonna be paying attention, I'm gonna start whacking people, Listen up. I got some important stuff to say. Start cracking people. We're gonna get people back into the right frames of mind from now on, you know? Yeah, Tim, it'd be funny. I put this event together and be like 2 people that'll show up. Hey, good morning, Dan. See, now Dan showed up at the perfect time. Here it is. I'm talking about beating people with a yardstick. This is great. Rhonda shows up. I'm talking about witches for a few minutes. Dan shows up, and now I'm talking about beating people with a yardstick. I love this. This is great. Perfect time. You guys are making it awesome. But okay, well, Tim, you'll be one of two that'll show up. I mean, I do, that's the thing is that's a great, way to kind of talk about something is that, it's been on my mind, and it's I've had others, be like, you should be teaching. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I know. It is true, Tim. That's all we need. Yeah, see, right, right, Ron. I'm gonna, you know, the I'm gonna take you I'm gonna take you over to a tree, make you face it, and I'm gonna make you I'm gonna have like a prayer thing, that you're gonna have to say to the tree, repetitively for 5 minutes. Oh, see, like Dinah used the yardstick on us growing up, the old heavy duty ones. I got I gotta be careful. I don't want to be talking too much violence on this show. That's right, Nancy. Yeah. Dinah was interesting. See, I'll go there just a little bit real quick. I'll go back to the teaching thing. Um, you know, uh, my mom's birthday's coming up in a few days on Tuesday, and so today we're gonna do a birthday party for her. And she's turning 71, and she's had rheumatoid arthritis, since she was 20 years old, so she's had a long time. And back then, they didn't have the stuff that could put it in remission. And it was interesting is because her hands, rheumatoid really affects the joints and things, so most of you know about that. And so she couldn't, she could never, if we were bad, because growing up was still in that generation where you can get, you get a licking if you you screwed up, and so, which is why I try to be good now and promote positivity, let's but so she couldn't, couldn't use her hands. So what she resorted to, and again, this was like ultra, like, lucky enough if it was like once a year that she would do this, because normally she would she didn't want to, she didn't want to hurt us. I mean, yeah, she ground, we get grounded, just, my brother and I. But one time she took, so you guys remember the old the little paddle ball things, where you have the paddle with the rubber ball and the string, and you do that little, I think it was paddle ball, I think that's it. And took the rubber band off with the ball and the staple, and she did, and she still has it somewhere. So it's one thing that when hopefully a long time from now, when that time comes, when she needs to cross over, I want that paddle so bad, because she even she drew a smiley face on there. Like, it's the greatest thing. I don't want to beat you, but I'm gonna draw a smiley face on this paddle. And it was so great. I loved it. It was so fantastic. But it was so ultra rare for her to do it, because she just she wasn't into that kind of thing. But her drawing that paddle was hilarious. And if I ever, like I said, if I can find that paddle, I'm telling you that thing I'm going to put in a shadow box and put it up on the wall. Not a way I need to remind myself of my mom, but it's one of those cool moments and things. And God, there's another story that I would tell you guys that would absolutely, yeah, pretty much, Margaret. You know what? I'm going to do it. I would get in trouble if she found out I talked about this with you guys, but So again, you guys know, like I said, she's had RA, rheumatoid arthritis, and so her hands were really weak and twisted up and things. And so, if you hopefully, it maybe an event sometime, you guys will get to meet her because she got obviously the outgoing side she didn't get from me, but she got a lot of a lot of the patience that I do have with people and clients and stuff, came from her. And oh my God, she, maybe Rebecca. Um, but so the one time, my brother and I were being real bad. We were pushing the envelope, what little kids do. And my brother and I, shared a bedroom. We had bunk beds. And so my brother always wanted to be at the bottom because he was also little, he's 3.5 years younger than me. So I got to go up on top, so I run up there. Well, she was, you know, classic mom thing. You're kind of, hey, TJ, classic, moms, trying to, intimidate us a little bit, and, we're egging her on, so we're making her more mad. And so she went and got my dad's belt. Now, so some of us old timers are going to know, oh God, you don't get the belt out. She got the belt out. And her goal was because I was instigating enough, little, me, you guys know that I hear us cracking jokes or, I'm, I'm just twisting it a little bit more. And she was trying to hit the rail because there was a rail on the outside. She wanted to hit the rail just to show that she meant business, like stop screwing around and stop, egging me. Well, when she went to swing, okay, again, her hands are weak because they're all from the RA. Well, the belt slipped and the belt undone because she had it folded over. She let it hit, it let go. Well, the buckle swung over and clipped me. So- and then that was like instant shut up. I'm like, you you hit me and with a belt buckle. And nowadays we die laughing, when we bring this up and she's like, you always bring that up. It was so funny, but that buckle hit me in the hand or arm or something like that. And then I'm like, ooh, I'm like milking it a little bit, I'm like, oh my God, you hit me with the belt buckle. And then obviously years later, when we look back and laughed at it. It was like, see, I was trying to get your attention. You wouldn't listen to me. You guys are just playing games. so, so uh, that was a great moment. I mean, it's fun to look back now, but at the time, I was scared crapless, my mom, like you said, she was such a gentle person and so nice. And just to see her like unleash, it's like, but what do you do when you're little kids and especially boys, you push things a little too much and we pushed it too much that day. So needless to say, I started to get a little bit better at that point and not not upset the mom so much. So, but it was like I said, those are great memories to look back on, even though it was kind of like a violent thing. And obviously nowadays, holy smokes, you she would have been in big trouble if that would have got out. Pretty much, Nancy. It was a belt buckle beating. It was weird. It was just enough to scare us because she really wasn't going to hit us. And so, like, even with my brother, okay, my brother's in the bottom bunk and he's like fair game. I mean, all she's got to do is one swipe and she's got him. But and it's interesting. Yeah, my dad, still has the belt and everything. So yes, that's another item that will probably go in the same shadow box. It'll be the tools of punishment or something. I'll have to come up with something creative. Good morning, Melissa. So, that'll, that'll be kind of weird, You put that up on the wall and you're sitting there like, what? Torture. But that's us old timers that had it was punishment. It wasn't just like I'm going to ground you. You're going to get a little licking. So you understand you did something wrong. Right, Ron. Yeah, well, like I said, for us old timers, I mean, sure enough, we were still in that genre of it, but woo. But I just remember, that was the thing. Is like you pushed it, and once you realized that the physical stuff was going to happen, then you cut it off quick because it's like got to test the waters. You just have to, and then yeah, there you go, Tim. The parental punishment tool museum. Oh yeah, see, Margaret, that's another classic. The mother's curse on them. May one day you have one just like you. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much about right. You know, it's a classic. Oh, geez, Rebecca. My mom was a pro at throwing a shoe. Perfect day. See, that's even wilder. To think that your mom, you know, moms, it's not like they were like athletes or something like that. I'm not saying they weren't, but yeah, but imagine it's like when they get into that rage and they just and boom. There's been some YouTube videos and stuff like that too, where there was, I've seen them, moms, just getting mad and the kids are trying to run away from them. So they take their shoe or sandal and just toss it and, connect with them. So it's like, don't do that. Dan, just you, buddy. You are the old timer. Yeah, Tim. So that was the same as my dad. My dad was beat by nuns. he he did the same thing, like but he pushed it at school. Like I never did that. I go to school like I'm, good guy. I'm not gonna. But at home, you kind of, let things go, and you kind of had fun with it. But my dad, man, I think if I'm not mistaken, if I remember one of the stories, my dad actually had a ruler broken over him. They literally busted. They hit him so hard that they broke the ruler in half. They hit him so hard. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. It was like, dang, tomahawk. My dad. You're right, Margaret. That's another. Yeah, yeah. Once you put the curse on them, yeah. Now they realize, oh, you were serious. Yeah, we're serious. Exactly, Margaret. Yeah, nuns were dangerous. Oh, those are good. I'm glad that I didn't have to worry about that, but yeah, Kim. Yeah, see, I was fortunate enough. I stuck with public schools. Didn't have to worry about the abuse that the nuns do. I think that's the greatest. Here it is, the nuns. They're they're so close, to God and everything, and it's like, where does this rage come from? How could you like unleash it on us children? I love it. Um, but dang, 10 minutes. Just like I'm looking at the clock because I was trying to keep an eye on it. I'm like, that part was only like 10 minutes long. Geez, that felt like 30, but that's okay. No, it's not like I'm out of time, but I was just like, I swore we were talking longer than 10 minutes, but um, Nancy, you want an hour later, let me go and put all my underwear on for right. Tim, I got hit with all those short counter brushes by the nuns. Yeah. And it's fun. I think my dad said it too. He goes, it's always the really super short nuns that just have the most power. It's not, like, they just come out of nowhere and it's like, samurai warrior, Oh, Kim. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, those are great. See, great memories, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Oh, let's see. Margaret, my parents took me out to Catholic school and into public school when the nun in charge started punishing kids for going down the staircase. Yeah. Yes, they were. Oh my god. Great. Oh man. Yep. Good times. But um I guess we could segue into a couple things, and I was there was something I did want to bring up, and let me do this with the calendar in front of me because I need to. I was talking about it for a few weeks, and things becoming more and more official, and my father's not in the chat room tonight, or today, this morning, one of the two. Um, we so I can share it now because I'm going to be sharing it with my family later. But I was waiting and all like kind of official, like uh, just waiting for things to be a little bit more official because I didn't know what I could say and can't say. And it's nothing like, fat, I mean, it's awesome. And I'm glad Rebecca and Dan are in the room because um they'll get a kick out of this too. But the so coming up, there's going to possibly be a couple Saturdays that I may not. I was reading Tim's comment. Yeah, don't get a nun mad at you. Lightning and wrath. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, you like I said, you didn't push it. Once you pushed it too far, you that was it. You're in big trouble then. Um, so there's a good chance next week will still happen. I'm still waiting to find out when I'm needed, but without a doubt, April 3rd, there will not be a show unless the schedule works out for me. Um, and like I said, this isn't like, I mean, this is fun news that I'm going to share with you guys. And, but it's at least I can say something. I mean, there's some things I still can't say, but, so I got hired to work on a film project, and, uh, most of it's been out there. My name's so those of you that do have me, because I said I don't have a lot of I don't a lot of you people I don't have on my personal Facebook page. Hey, what's happening, Sean? And but my name's been tagged quite a few times over the last week and a half. And if you guys caught any of those tags or even realized that I was in the tag, then it might make more sense, or you'd be like, or when I reveal it, and you'll be like, oh yeah, I did see that. So um like I said, I got hired to work on a filming project, and I'm going to be working closely with the director and producer. I'm basically like their assistant, and it's going to be shot here in my home area. So it's going to be shot in Toledo, and a lot of you guys know these people, and they are the Booth brothers. And I just got fortunate enough because when I found out that they were going to be shooting in town for their next big movie, that, I just wanted to at least stop by and just say, "Hey, I just can I come hang out, for the day and just watch a shoot," because I mean, I'm always interested in those kind of things. And Christopher, just said, "Hey, better yet, I'm looking for some people, would you be interested?" And I'm like, "Sure. How much time do you need?" And we kind of worked it out to where the schedule worked out. And even then, the last 2 days, uh the last 2 days, the schedule's changed even more. So I keep my fingers crossed that I could keep getting the time off from work. And luckily enough, because of COVID and the pandemic, and we're not at normal routines yet for work, I was able to get the entire length of the shoot taken off. So uh like I said, I'm super excited because, like I said, I mean, fun just to kind of be a part of it. Like I've done, for school and stuff, I did the audio engineering stuff where I went to school back in the 90s. And there was also a film and video class, and we got to kind of do all the classes at that time, just so if you wanted to change your major, you could. And so, there was like little, mini, 1 day shoots and things. But this will be neat to be a part of something that's, from essentially from the beginning, excuse me, from the beginning until the to the end. Now, yeah, I won't be a part of the editing process and things like that, but to be able to see to be a part of it, working behind the scenes and stuff. And so um but I again, I'm not, as far as I know, I'm not allowed to say the title of the movie yet, because he started teasing about it the other day. So um because even then I didn't know until the beginning of the week or last weekend what the movie was going to be called. Um, I just want to do a doc just about. Well, there you go, Tim. You could, and but like I said, so the point is with me sharing that, is that there I will probably be a little bit quiet, um, because of the fact, I mean, with me working as their personal assistants and stuff, uh, I don't know how much I'm going to be around Facebook and stuff. And obviously I don't want to post anything or take pictures of things and then, you know, get in trouble for that. I mean, I don't know how strict they are, and that's things I don't want to do anything out of the ordinary without, them being cool with it. And so, and plus I don't want to ruin, my chance, because if there's, other opportunities and things that might happen, that'll be, I don't want to give myself a chance. But like I said, I'm excited to take part in that. And I think the movie is going to be fun. It is a horror picture, so I think most of you that know the Booth, if it's not a documentary, on something kind of creepy, that a movie's essentially going to be something scary too, and so I'm excited. I don't know exactly all the details of what the movie is. I've seen a couple of the scenes as far as just like what the scene shots are going to be, so I have an idea basically of what it is, but I don't know where exactly how it's taking, which direction they're going with it. I get it. I know the synopsis of the film, and again, I don't know if I'm allowed to share it yet, but uh the but it's interesting to see how they're going to do it, and so I, I can see how it will be creepy, so I'm excited. So yeah, so that'll be coming up. So yeah, now the next Saturday, like I said, there's a chance I have a meeting at the location that or week from today. I just don't know what time. I can't imagine they're going to do it in the morning, so I'll probably be with you guys Saturday morning, and then after that, um, April 3rd, without a shadow of a doubt, I will obviously not be on because we'll be filming that day. And then by strange coincidence, they extended the shoot through the 9th of April. And if for whatever reason they fall behind and they're allowed to shoot on then the 10th and 11th, then I may not be around. But at least at that point, I will be able to, I'll at least get a point to where I'll update you guys, because thank God it's, local. So really, I'll just be able to go to the location and then um, come back, home and sleep at night. So I mean, I still might be able to post a few things, but just not anything too good, but I do know and again, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it or not, but I probably won't. But I do know one thing I was asked that I might be doing, so that I'm kind of excited about. So there's one cool responsibility at this point, and then he says, we'll figure out the rest of the things that they want me to do to help them out. But I do know one thing that I'm like, this will be cool because I will be, I will be, as long as I do a decent job at it, which it'd probably be hard for me to really screw it up, but like, but it's possible. But I'm not going to try to. But yeah, there's a good chance that I will. Um, what I one response that I have will be pretty noticeable. Like, well, it'll be noticeable to the people that then find out what I'm doing. For one responsibility of the film, but other than that, it's not like you might not even see me, doing that responsibility, but you never know. So, but that's why I wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up. So there's a chance, and obviously I'll know probably sometime this week, or maybe even Friday, um, what Saturday is going to be if I can still do the show in the morning, and then we'll go from there. But so at least one more, and then the weekend after that, for sure. The third, definitely not, and then the 10th, I'm leaving it as a possibility, even though they said they want to be done by the 9th. So, but yeah. So, but thank you all for I saw all the messages and things. That's awesome. And um, I don't, Margaret. I don't know. I haven't seen a script. Like I said, I've only seen I've seen that where they list out all the scenes and everything, and I'm only seeing like bits and pieces of wording as far as who's going to be in the shot and stuff, but it doesn't tell me enough to know, is it real, is it not? And you know I mean, obviously the Booth brothers, do a fantastic job. I mean, it's definitely not a documentary, so I probably, without knowing, again, this is just my opinion, I'm not going to go that this is anything based on any fact. At least in the aspect of this being a horror movie, but I have a feeling that will be more fictionalized and things because and then again, maybe they have something. Like I said, I don't know. I'm guessing completely, and um, I'll obviously know more, and anything that I can share, or at least when things get more posted by him, by Christopher, then I'll let everybody know. Or at least I can share it because obviously I'll be excited. Um, to see what things are going to look like afterwards and things. So yeah, so I'm excited, man. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I've been hoping to do that, and even then, I like I said, I was just hoping that they would just have me stop by, just to see him because it's Rebecca, and Dan, we a lot of us know, the Booth brothers and, good friends. And so, it's like anything. It's like you got an opportunity where they're close, you just want to at least say hi and hang out with them for a few minutes and, because again, it's just like good energy. You want to be around the people that you just feel comfortable with. And I've always had good vibes with them. I mean, the first time I ever met Christopher in person, I mean, we hit it off right away, and so we've just never looked back. We just kind of always kept moving forward. So that's why I'm excited that he even offered it, because like I said, I just wanted to hang out. I just hang out. I'll keep my mouth shut and just be excited to watch it go down. And then when he said, hey, I'm like, okay, hey, I'm in, and got all the time off from work. And so, yeah, it'll be good times, man. So, we'll see how it goes. But and the cool thing is, I'm burning up vacation time, which is neat because because half the time, you guys know that I get into December and end of the year where I'm trying to race to get rid of vacation time. So, I'm taking like 8 official days, I think is what I'm taking off, because 2 of the days I get holiday for, Good Friday and the day after Easter. Good morning, Donna. Yeah, and so, yeah, so that's what's kinda cool is, so I gonna burn up a little vacation time this year. And, uh, weird to do it so early, but at the same time, I mean, you get opportunities. I think, like, that's something that anybody in the chat room can say is, you get an opportunity, and it works out for you scheduling wise, you just go and do it. You don't think too much about it. You got to take opportunities, and if it's only a one time thing, then it was still worth it. And if I have opportunities to do it again, I will. And but like I said, I have no problem, doing that. I mean, I'm more of an audio guy, but at the same time, I love it. I love all the, the creative visions that go into doing things, and I appreciate it. And I understand, what they have to do and how they have to achieve it. And so it'll be neat to actually watch them live in person doing this, and the all the talking and the meetings and things that have to go on, and all the different takes. Some that have worked on shows before, whether it was, a reality show or a movie or something like that, all the trying to get it right. That's what I'm always fascinated about, because it's just neat when it all comes together and it works out and it gets on tape, and then everybody's happy. That's so cool. So so yeah, so a lot's going on with me. And then um so because it's right, I mean, it literally is right here. It's, going to start happening, basically next weekend. I will obviously slow down a bit. I won't be talking as much or posting as much. But I'll try to at least check in with everybody, and keep you guys knowing that I'm still doing okay. And then, hopefully when the movie's done, we'll come back, and we'll get up and running again. And for those of that made it last weekend, I started doing some readings again, live. So that's definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, that's going to start rolling more. So if I do it once or twice a month, that's the hope. I mean, granted, I'll at least try to get one in there per month, and if I can do another one, I will. I still want to do another flute performance for you guys. I think it's overdue, so I want to get another relaxation deal. So, right, Rebecca, they did. They were just posting about that yesterday. They got picked up by Discovery Plus, so that'll be cool. Tim, yeah, I mean, Tim, I know you have. You've definitely seen your share of film crews. So, um, but you know, yeah, it's cool. So we'll make it work out. I'm gonna try to get those, more things scheduled, obviously, because things are always changing. I think everybody has it when something comes up. You jump on it, and so I know you guys will be hanging out waiting for me in the for me to return. And we'll get, like I said, we'll get rolling, and I want to get all those things planned out again, and stop saying it and actually do it. Because that's bad on me. And but that's the thing, is life happens, and you get thrown curveballs. And that's that's all you got to do. You just got to try to work with it, and make it good. And um so I'll be raring to go once the movie's done. And we'll have some fun. So I don't know if I'll do it, necessarily. I don't know if I'll do it on a show, on a morning show again. I it was great last week, because the last week I was trying to make up for the week before. And because I was trying to do it the weekend before, but I got really sick from eating too much greasy foods, among um stressing about something, and I just screwed myself last week, so that was on me. So that's why last week I did those oracle readings, halfway through the morning show, and wanted to make up for it. So, um, so it was kind of unplanned, but at the same time, that's why I kind of was trying to give people teasers of, hey, you definitely want to be a part of the show or watch the show from top to bottom, because when you see what I've got planned, you're gonna know why you want to be around. And so, yeah, but so a lot more reading shows coming up, and then uh, I definitely would like to get some more, whoever's awake in the morning, we'll have to get some more. Uh, temporary, co-host with me, or because like I said, I never wanted to treat anybody that I brought on, like even when Tim was on, I didn't want to treat him as a guest per se, because I wanted to sort of just, again, the concept of this morning show is just we're all waking up, we're all trying to get our days going, and I just wanted us all kind of sit around, the table, and just kind of shoot the breeze, and whatever questions we were thinking about overnight, or have been burning our, uh burning in our minds, to just bring it up and ask away, and that's why I try to bring some topics, because if nobody's got any good questions or something like that, that's why we try to make the best of it. But I like the idea of just sitting around and just kind of throwing things out there, because you could see how any conversation could go in any different direction. I mean, here, we were talking about, like I said, we talked about getting beat by nuns and our parents and stuff. So you just never know where this is going to go. So and that's cool, because that's the point. We want to just get out and hang out, and uh, just all smile and just get our days off on the right foot. Because again, you get going right, and then the rest of your day is set, and that way you're not waking up and being like, you know, all crazy and stuff. That's cool, Rebecca. Yeah, I mean, if you guys are awake at 9:30 in the morning, and we can have you guys pop on there, and we can kind of shoot the breeze and things. That'd be awesome for sure. And like I said, I'm down for it, and uh, I just want it to be fun and everything. So, well, hey Tim, and we gotta love the Black Cat Lounge. I mean, you gotta check those on Tuesday nights at 7. Did I get that right there? I think I'm getting it memorized. So, um, I got to remember these things more. And that's something I want to do too a little bit more, is Tim's done it for me, and I really need to kind of take that up on myself. And so, and I did that for Dan and Rebecca, the other week and stuff. When it comes to, if you guys got events or something like that, I really want to try to start making sure that, I kind of help everybody out. I feel bad that I just don't think about it at times. I just kind of get stuck in different parts, and I'm being pulled different ways, and I forget to kind of, I feel bad that I'm not helping others out, by just at least advertising for them. So, um, you know, major events, or, something like that, I want to kind of throw that in this show, and, give everybody, a chance to, it's not like I got a million people watching this one, but, there's maybe one person out of everybody that eventually watches this, even on playback, will, you know, look into something, whether it's checking out like Tim's show or something. And I know Rebecca does shows occasionally. And, um, if there's anything I can do to share events, or, mention it, I will do that. And, so I want to be better at that. Want to make sure I keep the, expanding the show a little bit more, and, having, a good time. True. Yeah. I mean, I'm waiting on, it's true. I mean, that's in the works, obviously, Rebecca. We just got to get the date set. I'm still waiting to hear back. I don't know if okay. I have to do some research. I can't remember if that if it was mentioned about the date or what, but I'll find out. So, um, but right, I like I said, that's always a goal, that to try to help everybody out. So I mean, Tim's on Tuesday nights at 7, the Black Cat Lounge. And um, Tim, were you having Jeff on? Is it that this week and stuff? And Kim, absolutely. I see. So I'm saying, I got, I know, I gotta. We'll even do that right there. I gotta remember these things. So, Kim, Kim and her pal Justin, they put on the Mid Michigan Paracon. That's coming up the very first weekend of November, or yeah, first weekend of Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me, Kim. See, that's why I got to write this stuff down. So give me the date, Kim. And so yes, Debbie and I, Debbie, you guys know her from the Wednesday show that we do together, Beyond the Science Radio. at 7 p.m. And Debbie and I are going to be, presenting at Mid Michigan. We were supposed to do it last year, but obviously the pandemic kind of screwed things up horribly. So all right, Sharon, you have a good day. Have a great first day of spring. And no worry, Debbie. You oversleeping is okay. That's all right. Um, but yeah, Mid Michigan and Debbie and I will be speaking, and then we'll have some tables. So if you guys want some readings at that, so another, and we're obviously since that's in November, there's a lot of good chance. There you go. She's got it in there. Thank you, Kim. November 7th. We obviously things have been working out. The pandemic's working, people are getting vaccinated and, the numbers are going down. So, obviously we're continuing to see progress. So, I think by November we should be in really good shape. We should have a decent, the crowds should be a little bit better. Hopefully, we won't be still restricted to, you know, a certain percentage of people that can be in the room. Maybe by then we could be close to 100%. So we will continue to keep our fingers crossed and things. So, um, but yeah, that'll be great to that'd be again, it'd be great to see people again. I mean, last night, at the old mill, got to see a lot of familiar faces and that I haven't seen in probably a couple years. And so it's good seeing a lot of them. And it's like, oh, I just missed that. I mean, you know, I couldn't make the potographs the other week, and that kind of, that it stung because I know there's so many people I wanted to see and stuff. So yeah, we're continuing to move in the right direction, and holy smokes, we'll get there, gang. We're one day at a time. you know and by the way, because we're getting close here, to the end of the show. I said I was going to do it because I didn't mention it, well, because last weekend I forgot because I got down and the show was, pretty much starting within a few minutes. I did for this morning, I did make myself an Irish coffee. So now there's not a lot in here. It's just enough to notice it, but not enough to actually feel, you know, wonderful. So I did make myself a little bit of an Irish coffee this morning. So little delay, but that's okay. Thank you, Dan. That's another good one. Yep. Tennessee Race Chasers crew will be at the Eden Springs on June 5th. Another great location. Um, oh, look at that. Let's see. And that's another going to be another good one. What was it? DeadCon. There you go. Another event. When is that, Rebecca? I know I heard of it. I don't remember when that is. Let me know what the date is. That's awesome. I know, you don't want to seem like we're alcoholics this early in the morning, but I still had to. I always do it, for at least St. Patrick's Day. I always, but it was in the middle. It was a work, day, so I didn't do it this week because I was like, oh man. But I said, well, I would do it on the weekend, and I would have did it last weekend, but I completely forgot, and so this week I had Jameson, so I put a little splash in there and was like, all right, let's go. Love it. But and I don't condone drinking, so actually I've cut back significantly. I've tried to try to not do it as much. I'm trying to make it like where it's a weekend thing from now on, because I used to during the week, you have like a bad day or or something, and it'd be like, oh, I got to have at least one drink, and so I'm trying to stop that, when I it's a bad day. Okay, there you go, October 16th. Mm, to see what's happening. Yes, yes, yes. Ooh, Debbie. Ooh, good question. Well, you know what, Debbie, it probably had to do with the spring. You more than likely, you know, our bodies need things whenever they need them. And for you being the first day of spring, it was like getting that extra rest to kind of power you now through the rest of the day. I don't know if you've been having trouble sleeping, the previous few days, because some people, when this change is happening, are pretty open to it and susceptible to it, to where you feel those energies and the switching, so they kind of mess with you. Like, I have work things, normal day job work that I'm at, and so there could be some stresses there and things, and so there's a lot of different factors that could add up to it, but more than likely, Debbie, you probably just needed that sleep because it's the first day of spring. Um and a little fact with the first day, with the first day of spring and the first day of autumn. Did you know? Because we're used to the winter solstice and the summer solstice, but the equinoxes. Did you know that that means it is the both times, just like the reverses in the winter and summer. Those are the days that have the equal amount of light and darkness. So tonight, or last night going into today, there was perfectly the same amount of daylight versus night, no light, no sun. There's some sun, half sun and half night. So that's kind of a cool thing to think about. I love it. It was neat that I forgot about how it was the literally in the middle of where we have the shortest day, with the least amount of light, and then summer we have the most amount of light. But nobody ever thinks about the fact that we have the perfect amount of sunlight and no sun. So that was kind of cool. I love that. Oh wow, that's awesome, Debbie. Born on the winter solstice. That's very cool. Well, you can't ever forget that day. Uh, um, oh, okay, all right. So I am going to get out of here so you guys can enjoy the rest of your day because it is 10:31. Uh, Again, thank you so much for being here with me. I always appreciate that you guys taking time out of your mornings to get your day started. And again, happy first day of spring. Um, you make the best of today. If you haven't, get outside for a couple minutes, really kind of soak in that first day of spring. I mean, like I said, open up a window, stick your head out there, take a couple deep breaths and close your eyes and just kind of enjoy it. If you can get out and just, sit outside for a few minutes, do that too, but just really take it in, really make, this transition, because we've now been dormant, and now we are segueing into where things are now going to start blossoming and things. And that goes for you personally. You you've done what you could. You've been kind of closed off, and now we are transitioning and into opening up and now sharing things and exploring things more. So really immerse yourselves in that and make today that first true first step moving forward as we transition to springtime. So very cool. Oh my gosh, blessings to all of you. Thank you so much. And thank you. And so I will definitely keep you guys updated for next weekend. Like I said, I don't imagine that I'm going to be, required to show up early in the morning. I bet you it'll be in the afternoon or so. So I will uh, uh keep you posted. So let's say for sure I'll be around Saturday morning for the show. And right. So then you guys will see me on Wednesday nights with Debbie on our Beyond the Silence radio. So Wednesday at 7. And yeah, so again, thank you so much. Happy first day of spring, and we will see you very, very soon. Okay, you guys have been watching Mid Morning Medium Chat with Adam the Black Swamp Medium, and you have a fantastic day. And again, as I like to always say, all my love, light, and peace to each of you.